नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल. A very warm welcome everyone. आपका दोस्त, आपका होस्ट आरजे वरुण आ गया है on this Thursday evening. आपका ही अपना शो लेके द वरुण कपूर शो. हम every Thursday मिलते हैं रात को 9 से 11 बजे के बीच में. Yes, last week मैंने स्टूडियो में आना शुरू कर दिया है वापस after almost 8 months, and now I will be quite regular. Last week was a special one because we were kicking off, or we could actually start off a little early. So 7 से 9 last time show किया था. But आज का show, it's gonna be between 9 to 11. And it's a really special show again because we have a lot of guests lined up already. And without wasting any more time, I will definitely get them on. But just a little bit of housekeeping tips. अगर आप लोग भी मेरे को कॉल करना चाहते हैं, कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहते हैं, तो यू कैन ऑलवेज कॉल मी एट 408-934-1310. 408-934-1310. यहाँ पे आप कॉल कर सकते हैं. उसके अलावा आप डेफिनेटली मुझे फेसबुक पे, हमारे सारे पेजेस पे आप देख सकते हैं, या यूट्यूब पे जाके भी क्वेश्चन, कमेंट या कोई भी डिटेल पूछ सकते हैं. एंड वी वुड बी मोर देन हैप्पी टू टेक अप योर क्वेश्चंस. Tonight we have two set of guests. पहले जो मेरे दो guests हैं वो हैं I would say some budding entrepreneurs, जिन्होंने एक छोटा सा initiative लिया है, which is a very very great initiative. They've started up यहाँ पर especially US में there's a lot of issues, especially जो first generation parents होते हैं उनके लिए to get their kids into the right kind of college, the right kind of sometimes it's very difficult to even make a choice. Okay, what would be the best choice for somebody as a kid, because they are already under so much pressure, and they are looking for constant guidance. So I think उसी को दिमाग में रखते हुए, I think these budding entrepreneurs came up with this idea, and I'm glad that they are here on the show tonight. And then the next 30 minutes ke baad, we will have a congressional candidate, Mr. Ritesh Tandon, who's going to be talking a little bit about the elections and why he's standing, and we'll get to know more about him. So on that note, let me just get the guest here. So here we go. Hello guys. Hey Sejal. Hey Utsav.
Hey everyone. We just wanted to start off by thanking you for inviting us to your show. It's a great pleasure to be here, and we're really excited to tell everyone more about ourselves and our organization. So to start off with, I'm Sejal, and I'm currently a junior at Lynbrook High School in San Jose. And I'm extremely passionate about math and computer science, and I enjoy teaching and participating in math and programming competitions.
And I'm Utsav, Kataria, the other co-founder of Leap2College, and I'm a sophomore at Lynbrook High School, and I'm also passionate about computer science, mathematics, as well as public forum debate and volunteering.
Great. So, why don't we get right into it? Leap2College. How did this happen? What's the fundamental reasoning behind setting up something like this?
Yeah. So as soon as we entered high school, we realized that there is so much pressure on high schoolers these days, and there are so many decisions that they have to make, from coursework, college admissions, major choices, and what they want to do in terms of career. And all of these things are extremely daunting. Students start to realize that their entire future is dependent on what they're doing in high school. And every decision, every grade, every extracurricular counts. And this is a difficult and overwhelming process for most students. And we've seen these questions trouble our peers who want to make sure that the choices that they're making are setting them up well for college and their future. And I think everyone is a little bit confused about what they should be doing during high school so that they can get into their preferred college. And we knew that there had to be something that we could do to find and share the right answers to these endless questions that high schoolers have. And to solve this pressing problem, we started Leap2College.
Okay. And how has the response been? How are students just like you? Are they kind of taking it very positively? What is the response? And how many students, I would say, have you kind of reached out or helped at this point of time?
Yeah, so I can talk a little bit about this. So at the moment, we've reached out to dozens of mentees, and we've already paired dozens of mentees with their mentors. And their mentors, as of right now, they're coming from top college universities in the United States, such as Harvard, USC, UC Berkeley, UC Davis, just to name a few.
Okay.
I think one important one that Utsav left off is also Stanford.
I'm sure you don't want to miss Stanford, huh?
Yeah.
So they're a good mix of colleges, and definitely a lot of students would just like you guys would be looking for guidance. So what are the steps? How do you guys map somebody to a mentor, and how do you kind of build that kind of relationship? You can talk about a little bit about that as well.
Yeah, sure. So on our website, leap2college.org, so we offer a mentee form, and on that form, you can request a variety of things such as high school course selection, extracurriculars, SAT or ACT decisions and advice, essay review, just to name a few. And there's dozens of other options in which you can select. And on top of that, on our website, we also offer a list of all our mentors and what exactly they specialize in. So from there, you can request your top 3 mentors, as well as filling out the list of what you need help with. And from there, Sejal and I, we best consolidate it, and we best look for a mentor that best suits your interests.
Okay. And so tell me a little bit more about the kind of questions that come across. I'm sure you just don't depend on the questionnaire. You also kind of talk to the students as well, right? So tell us what kind of response and what kind of questions do they come up with, and what are the pain points that you want to address through this portal?
Yeah, so I think a lot of the main questions students have is stuff like, what courses should I be taking at school, and what extracurriculars should I be doing? Because as high schoolers, we do have a pretty limited amount of time, and people want to make sure that they're spending that time in a way that's preparing them well for college. So those are the kind of most common ones we see.
Okay. And what about the teachers? Are you getting a lot of support and guidance from the teachers as well? Because I'm sure they'll be happy that you are getting rid of a lot of work from their shoulders as well. What's the response from some of the teachers? Who wants to take it?
So far we've actually just been using mentors. We've only talked to like teachers and administrators within our own school, and they do think it's a good idea because I know that they have a lot of questions. So it's been, people have liked the idea so far.
Great. So tell me, on a personal level now, let me ask you individual questions as well. What's your, where do you see yourself in about a year or 2 years? What's your career path that you're pursuing right now?
So at the moment, right now, we've been reaching out to outreach directors in Texas, as well as now Northern and Southern California. And that's like just within the past few months. But within a year, we want to be spread out across the nation and just reach out to other states. But the main goal is to target underprivileged schools, because we know they lack a lot of the resources and have a lot of the questions that are being asked right now.
Okay. So basically that was from Leap2College. So at this point of time, you definitely want to focus. You're right now, I'm sure with a lot of bandwidth issues and all that stuff, you're focused right now on limited number of schools and colleges. But on a personal level also, Utsav, maybe you want to tell a little bit about yourself as well. Where do you want to, or what kind of courses are you interested in? What are you pursuing?
So like personally, I'm very interested in computer science, for example, as well as like advanced mathematics.
Okay.
So I have access to like teachers and all, but I know like a lot of underprivileged schools don't have this, which is just one of the reasons that we started this. And that's just it for me. Sejal, do you have anything to add? Like from your perspective?
Before I go to Sejal, one more. I'm going to put you on spot. Don't worry. So basically, do you also have a mentor? And did you find that mentor through your effort as well?
So I actually have like reached out to mentors and have like participated with them, just like seeing how, like once we first started the organization, just like meeting with mentors, like seeing what exactly they could do for us, or like what they could offer to mentees. So yeah, I've like talked to mentors before, and like from there it's pretty useful, like from my perspective.
Great. All right, Sejal, same questions. Love to hear your answers too.
Yeah, so in a year, I think I'm also similar to Utsav, very interested in both math and computer science. So we'll be applying to college this time of year next year. So that's going to be interesting. So that's what's looking forward. And again, just math and computer science is definitely where I want to go in the future.
Got it.
And in terms of Leap2College, I haven't talked to mentors like specifically through our mentorship program, but we have been conducting interviews. So talking to them on a personal level during those has also been really insightful. And then also just having conversations with mentors that are not like focused as in like it's a mentor-mentee relationship through Leap2College, but more as just like I'm talking to you and getting some advice. But they've always been really helpful and understanding of my questions and the scary experience that high school is at times.
Got it. Got it. Cool. I mean, that's a lot of good information as well. Now, let me go a little off from the topic. How has this year been for you guys on a personal as well as from a school perspective? Due to COVID, I'm sure you have been locked down. So how has that impacted your school or your education path?
For me personally, I'd say online school it's about the same as a normal school schedule, just like maybe less work because like less number of classes online that can be conducted. So like just another thing is like mentors, of course, or just outside tutors are always helpful because like you always need to cover the extra information. So I think that would be pretty helpful for me.
All right, Sejal.
I think for me, it's just been very different. I'm not really used to, sitting at home on my laptop 24 hours a day for homework and classes and talking to my friends. Everything is online, which has been really interesting. But I think other than that, it's going okay. There's not too much difference in terms of like what school actually is. It's just very different experience to not interact with anyone else, but just kind of like family and otherwise just on your laptop.
All right. So I know. I mean, this year especially has been very, very challenging for a lot of, not only for students but for everyone, professionals as well as, businesses and whatnot. But I think online is the new way. We were already online, especially in US, right? I mean, I can't say about other countries, but I think even the other countries are also kind of moving to this mode of education. But there are a couple of questions coming in, and I'm gonna just pick up those random questions as well. How early, what kind of courses and what kind of like these relationships that you kind of help with? The question is, do they have anything for 8-year-old kids? How early can somebody enroll or go to Leap for this effort, Leap2College? I know it is for college, but do you have anything for younger students as well?
As of right now, I think we've mostly been focusing on high school and like 8th grade and up, sort of. But hopefully in the future we can kind of branch out. I'm not sure if you want to add anything to that.
No, I have the same perspective. We probably just want to focus on like 8th grade for now, like because like so far like the process of Leap2College is just specifically targeting college admissions as well as high school admissions. So just focusing from 8th grade onwards.
So let me again, pardon my ignorance on this because I also happen to be one of those ignorant parents. I have very small kids. I have like 10, 11, 12 years more before they can get out to, the college life. But do you also help in, through Leap2College on, I've heard a lot of essay writing and all the other stuff that needs to happen. Do you guys kind of guide or mentor on those aspects as well through your mentors, or what is the kind of the core process?
So like specifically essay writing, that's one thing our mentors offer. But just like for general information, if it's not like for essays, like we also offer like a resources section on our website where we consolidated a list of resources such as counseling services, a free SAT or ACT practice test if anyone's interested in that. It could be just internships or research opportunities that are available for different majors. So just like a general like space of information that can be accessed.
Okay. And I'll take a couple of more questions before I kind of let you go. One of the questions is, how did you reach out to those and choose your mentors? What was the selection criteria?
So we were just talking to people that are alumni of our schools and people that we knew so far. Now we're also finding directors of outreach at different schools to find mentors from their school. So we're kind of just branching out through them. So initially, though, we were contacting alumni of schools in our area.
Got it. Okay. Let me take this question as well. Great to tap the pressing issue of student help in decision-making process. How do you plan to scale up? Most of the colleges do have those career counselors or counseling. How is your effort different from the rest?
So like at the moment, like right now, since we've just started like building upon our organization, like in the future, like one thing that we want to look towards is possibly partnering with different schools, for example, offering our website or our list of resources as a resource on their website, as well as just pairing up with some college counseling services, just like offering them that we know would be helpful to other high schoolers. So like I guess we're more of I think what makes us special is we're a one-stop shop where we offer just a list of resources that could be helpful to anyone, as well as our mentorship program, which kind of distinguishes us because online, if you research like any resources, you can't find anything that a mentor can offer you because they have direct experience from a certain school and a certain major.
Okay. You want to add something, Sejal?
I think, yeah, another thing is that like it is special because the support that our mentors are providing is more unique, and everyone's high school and college experience is really tailored to them. And mentors can help you like figure out from what you're doing, how you can expand on that or improve your profile. So I think that like one-on-one experience and talking to someone who has been through the whole process before, especially from like your area, can be really helpful because they know exactly what you're going through.
Got it. Got it. A couple of more questions which are coming in. Are you guys planning to do anything for spelling bee preparation?
Although we do not have a resource about spelling bee preparation yet, that's definitely something that we can look into adding on our website.
Right. And another question coming up from Ria is, can you share some kind of experiences? I'm sure you are helping out some students already. What have their experiences been? Any kind of good, bad, ugly feedback, anything, you want to share? It's okay to even share bad feedback. I'm sure there are none, but still, anything that they feel could be done better.
I think so far the feedback that we've received has been really positive and incredible to hear. Right. And, people a lot of times don't have parental support or school support that's necessarily as tailored to them. And through Leap2College, they were able to connect to a mentor and get the guidance that they wanted, and were able to be steered in the right direction. So I think so far everyone has really, they really enjoyed talking to a mentor, and they've learned a lot of things.
Great. All right. And one more question which I'll take up is, do you guys also help with, or do you guys have mock SAT tests as well?
Yeah, we have mock SAT tests and ACT tests on our website that are completely free. Like they're normally from past years, except we have it like free to access on our website, so just easier to use.
All right. I guess you guys need to tell me more about it as well, because I think this is a very good point that you brought up. If there are free resources, what other free resources are available, and also share more details around if they need to talk to someone or they need to get in touch with you guys, then what is the best way of doing it? Who's going to say?
Yeah, sure. So I can just talk a little bit about it. So our website is leap2college.org. And like our social media, if you do want to contact us through that, is just Leap2College on all platforms such as Instagram, Snapchat, etc. And those are like the best ways to contact us, of course. And do you have any other ideas, Sejal? Do you want to add on?
I think, yeah. So if you're like talking to a mentor or something, we are also always available through email, and we will be sending out feedback forms and stuff like that after you connect to a mentor. So, if you feel like you have more questions or want to talk to someone that has a slightly different perspective, we can always help you arrange that.
Great. Okay. And, a lot of good comments are also coming in for you guys. And I'll pick at least one of that, which is great kids. Hats off to them, and wish them good luck and God bless for all the good deeds you're doing. So, of course, this is something really, really important as well. Like I said, right? I mean, first generation or even second generation parents coming from different parts of the world. Uh, they don't have the necessary knowledge, the information, and I'm sure I'm going to be in the same boat, and I am 100% sure you guys are going to be around that time when I need that help for my kids as well, because we are always looking for. Right now, she is my elder one. I'll say, she's in kindergarten, and I'm already kind of thinking of I need to learn a lot of things, which since I was not born and brought up here, I've not done the same kind of schooling. I would always be looking for that kind of help. So I think you really are going to be the key source, or the providers of information for people like me. But at the same time, I'm sure you have your own kind of future plan as well, your career path. What a couple of things which even people are saying. What kind of was the motivation? What did you feel like? What, in addition to what we are supposed to do, we have to get going. We have to do this because of certain things. What was that motivation that kind of helped you guide to Leap2College?
I think we just saw so much confusion with everyone about like deciding what to do in high school, because it's really confusing. Like I remember when I had to turn in what courses I want, I would be on the phone with my cousin who's in college and talking to her about what courses I should take. And I was thinking about how people who don't have that access may be really struggling because they don't have someone who's like done high school, as my parents are also immigrants and they haven't really done any of this either before. So I think just realizing that people often need someone to consult with about the decisions that they should be making, and that most people don't have that. So that was kind of the idea.
Okay. And maybe one last question, since I wanted to give you enough time to share all the details. One more question is, can they walk us through a case study? Like, how do they help someone get to a top college? Do you want to talk a little bit about that? I think they're asking about the process one more time.
Okay, so like the general process, just like getting involved with Leap2College, it just starts up with becoming a mentee, like filling out that form on our website, as I already talked about. And from there, like after being matched to a mentor, like if you need help with like for example, you might be struggling with essays, you can ask for essay review, or like maybe resume review, or just like SAT, ACT decisions or advice. So once you meet with a mentor, you'll obviously you'll learn something new. And if you ever need more help after that, we don't have any limit or cap on how many mentors you can contact. So you can basically just contact anyone until you're satisfied with what you need. And we hope, like, we don't have any way of tracking it as of right now, but we want to look towards that in the future, like seeing or asking our mentees, like, what happened afterwards? Was it helpful? Did that help them get into a college of their choice? So yeah, that's like the main process.
Okay. You want to add something, Sejal?
I think, yeah, it's just because we are so new, we only started a couple of months ago. We haven't really worked out, students getting to college part yet, but the mentors are just able to help them with like turning in their applications and getting their resume in shape and stuff like that.
Got it. All right. So one more time, if you guys can share all the details, how people can get in touch with you, and if there is a possibility of a number or something, or is it all online through the website? Share all the details, how they can reach out to you guys.
So everything is online through our website. It's just LEAP, the number 2, then college.org. And if you want to contact us, like our email is just leap2college.info@gmail.com. If you ever want more info just about it generally, and if you have any specific questions, you can just always contact us through social media, just private message us, for example. And we are Leap2College on all social media platforms like Snapchat and Instagram.
Got it. I'm a little interested now. What kind of information will be shared through Snapchat? I might even try you guys there. Sorry.
He has to say Facebook instead of Snapchat. So we're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube.
All right, great. I think that was very, very, very informative, and I see my next guest as well, who also happens to be someone who talks a lot about education in and around Silicon Valley. So before I actually let you go, I think I'm going to have him as well, so that he could also listen in to a little bit about what you guys are up to, and we always need support from not only the IT guys, but we also need some more support from our congressional leaders, from our community leaders, and he happens to be one who definitely is a good mix. Someone who has been in the IT as well as now he's kind of getting into this the bigger role, which is of he always has been a community leader as well, but I would say on a different level and a different podium. So without wasting any more time, let me just have the guest as well, so that before you leave, you could say hi to him as well. Hello, Ritesh.
Hello, Varunju. Namaskar. Hello,
Namaskar. How are you doing? How are you doing?
Doing well. Yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me.
All right. Well, you're welcome. And we have Sejal and Utsav from Leap2College. And they were just about to leave, and I saw you, so I thought, why not? Somebody who has, I'm sure, mentored a lot of people in the past. Somebody who's been into the IT industry and made a mark there as well. Would love to hear and give his 2 cents as well to these budding entrepreneurs who are leaping into something, into a new domain, a new field. While their focus is definitely on their own education, but they're also trying to help out. These are our future community leaders, as I call them, right? Exactly. So they have this effort, and maybe give another 30-second kind of pitch to our community leader and see what he has to say about that. Who wants to go?
I can start off. I just want to say first that it's really nice to meet you. So about our program, so we are trying to help students in high school by pairing them up with college students or graduates through a mentorship program where they can get advice and just guidance in their journey. And then we also have a comprehensive list of resources and some interviews. And these are all just to help high schoolers, with their high school experience, whether it be through studying for tests or going to summer programs, or learning from the people in their interviews and what they did in high school to help them.
Sejal, this is fantastic what you are doing, Sejal and Utsav. I can tell you, because I'm funding the education of 800 kids back in India, and if somebody is holding the hand and guiding them what to do, what's the next, and the resources available to them, it makes their journey so easy and so pleasant. Thank you so much for doing this thing in your early career, and wish you best wishes. We need the bright, I can say, youth like you who can drive and help others. Thank you for doing that.
All right. So that's great. While I continue my conversation with Ritesh, I really have to thank both you, Sejal, and Utsav for making this time. And I would love to have you back very soon, with a lot of more case studies, more scenarios, and preferably, you could always get some of your, maybe the mentors or the mentees on the show so that they can share their own personal experiences as well. And I think that would also be very helpful. And as I saw some of the comments, they are really appreciative of the kind of work that you guys have been doing. This was very, very informative session, especially for, Asian parents or the first and second generation kind of parents who really don't know who to reach out to you. And I'm sure you're going to get a lot of inquiries on your portal. So make sure, you definitely, I'm sure you're going to respond back. And as soon as, you have a lot of people who are enrolled, please get them along with you on the next session. Love to have them, love to share more experience with you. So before I let you go, one more time, just share your details one more time where they can reach out to you, and then we'll see you very soon again.
So our website, just once again, is leap2college.org, and you can follow us on Instagram or for more updates, as well as on Facebook, where we also post on that as well. Those are the 2 main platforms that we're using.
And we are at Leap2College on those platforms.
Sorry, what, Sejal?
And we are at Leap2College on those platforms.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Thank you, guys. It was really a pleasure having you on the show, and I wish you all the very best. And I look forward to having you guys again pretty soon with a lot of more success stories and a lot of mentors and mentees, sharing their experiences as well. So good luck and all the best for your future as well.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Bye.
Best wishes,
Bye.